Can I sin and be a Christian? Yes and no. Now, we know that we have been freed from sin by the power of Jesus. Just like, as we hear in John chapter 9, Jesus released the man born blind from that slavery of blindness. He gave him his full sight. We have been freed in that same way and given the perfection and the glory of God. Well, so why do I say no? I say no because there is a way of putting ourselves back into slavery to sin. There is a way where we let sin reign over us as a Christian. In that way, we give up our freedom that God has won for us. This is the kind of attitude that doesn't really care how one lives one's life. Maybe they know that God cares how we live, but it doesn't really matter. It's not going to change one's thinking from day to day. This is letting sin rule over your life. So what do I mean then by saying, yes, you can be a Christian and still sin? Well, we have not been separated from our body of sin yet. We still have sin that dwells within us. And this is what we get from Romans chapter 7, verse 23. This is what Paul says. I see in my members another law waging war against the law of my mind and making me captive to the law of sin that dwells in my members. Because of this body of sin, sometimes all we have in this life is a desire to do good. Sometimes all we can achieve is wanting to follow God's will. We don't even have the power in our lives to be able to bring that good about. That does not disqualify us from being Christians. God's forgiveness washes over us as we strive against sin, even if we are not winning on this side. God's love guides us. And this is the important thing we need to know about progress in the Christian life. It's not always numerical. It's not always, tomorrow is 3 times better than today. That's not how we measure ourselves in our lives against God's will and God's law. Sometimes progress is just clinging more and more to the love of God in Christ Jesus and his forgiveness. So can I sin and still be a Christian? Yes and no. No, if I'm going to let sin rule over me. But yes, if I want to do God's will and I have God's forgiveness wash away everything.